Hello, everybody. Creepy Outdoors here. First stream live. Hey, hello. How's it going, everybody? Hello. Yes, I am alive. I am alive and well, thank you. Yes, been meaning to talk to you guys about everything. So that's why I'm going to be doing a good live stream. Can you guys hear me good? Hey, hello, everybody. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a nice walk in the forest where basically it all begun. My first video, but it was in winter. Yeah, I just came back from work, and nothing like a nice walk in the forest to relax. Once we have enough people in this stream, I'd like to talk about what happened last camping trip and how it was such a disaster. Yeah, completely alone, as usual. Hello, everyone. I'm recognizing a few names here. Long-time followers of the channel. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh yeah, Mr. Glass, you're gonna go for a nice walk in the woods? Yeah. Should make sure to bring a good flashlight. I don't know if you guys can see a little spider. Little Spider-Man. Oh, cool. Yeah, for sure, dude. That's a good question. How does one gather the courage to go in the woods and walk alone? I definitely say it would take time. I recommend bringing people you're comfortable with at first, because in reality, you have to tell yourself that there's really not much to be afraid of. I know that sounds ridiculous because there could be a lot of things out there, but you just can't think that, right? Because if you go in a situation already assuming there's something bad's gonna happen, then yeah. So I think that's the first mentality I would recommend. Slender Man. Yeah. Yeah, and if I saw Slender Man, I would tell you don't go in the woods. For sure. I've heard and saw some scary things in the woods in my past. And for a lot of times I thought that it would scare me away from going in, but it's like, I guess, like going swimming and seeing a shark. in the ocean, really. If you're passionate about the ocean, you'll just keep going in. I got my trusty big old Masterlight here. Never lets me down. Hey, hello, Sherry. Yeah, I definitely feel like if you go for a run in the woods, to me, I don't know why, that seems scarier than going for a walk in the woods, because once I start running, start creeping out. Oh, the flashlight. Well, I live in Canada, so I went to Canadian Tire and I picked up a 1,000 lumen Mastercraft spotlights. Yeah. Because in the past, I've tried recording with other cameras. No, not cameras, sorry, flashlights. And the visibility was just too low. Even if you have 1,000 lumen, make sure it's a spotlight so it's the light is wider. Oh yeah, Canadian Tire is great. Gotta collect that Canadian Tire money, guys. And cash it in at the end of the year. Yeah, I get all my fishing equipment from there, basically. Sharon says, stay safe out there and stay savage. Thank you. Oh, e-bikes. Yeah, I always wanted one of those. They're very expensive. Oh, there's something moving over there. Psst. Psst. Could be a squirrel or something. Didn't sound very big. Hello, CJ. Welcome to my first stream ever. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Evil Dead, one of my favorite films. The classics, hopefully. Yeah, that would be scary. Even when recording, sometimes it's quite creepy because I'm still by myself. But being live with you guys, it's a whole different vibe. Yeah, I don't know if anyone watched some of my Spirit Box videos, but I've done a few here, and I remember picking up a few voices, and that was definitely very creepy for me. I'm quite new to the whole ghost things, paranormal activity and all that. Isaac says, I live in the U.S. Kind of. Flash, I have Energizer one. Oh yeah, you guys have Energizer. Okay. You'd definitely be giving people heart attacks with a chainsaw in the woods. Holy crap. I'd be freaking out. Whoa. Almost stepped on little guy here. Look at that one. Hey. Little guy. Get off the path. Wow. Close one. Little frog. Yeah, little froggy. Gotta watch where I step. Next to the highway, but going deeper now. Yeah, this is the turn where it starts going deeper. Yes, my camping trip disaster. I'll get a little further in the forest and I'll tell you guys all about it. But no, it was honestly horrible. I was fine, but yeah, one of my buddy wasn't okay. He's still recovering from that. I guess I can just tell you guys right away. So basically, a few weeks ago, me and my best friend Scott, he knows I do this channel, and he really wanted to come along on a camping trip. So of course I said yes, and things was going as usual. We were camping in forest. It's in French, sorry. So I'm trying to think in English how you say it. But it's Parc de la Gatineau. Basically, it's just this big national park. And we were making our way to the campsite, and it was getting pretty dark actually. I'd say it was around 8 o'clock. We were quite late. And there was this big hill that we had to go down. And my buddy said, well, I'll grab most of the equipment and you go down the hill, make sure we can find the camp, whatever. And I made my way down the hill, and basically I just started hearing like equipment falling. And next thing I know, my buddy's falling down the hill. And I was just in shock at this point. I had no idea what happened. And anyhow, so he fell off, and he basically broke his wrist at this point. He could barely walk, and we're just like, what do we do? Like, this is terrible. So basically, we just had to leave most of the equipment there. I came back for it the next day, and we just had to get him out of there. And some of my equipment was broken in the process. My GoPro was damaged actually, so gonna be saving up for another one of those. But yeah, that was my camping trip disaster. It wasn't like a movie or anything. It wasn't like, it was very shitty, and I felt really bad for my buddy Scott. But basically, yeah, we got out of there. Nice little lake. We got to the car and just, that's it. Hospital for him. And yeah, he's now recovering. So he's all right though. Luckily, he didn't hit his head on the way down. Oh yeah, no, thank you, Mr. Glass. Yeah. No, it was very unfortunate for my buddy, and I'm just glad he's doing okay. And fuck, it just comes to show that like when you're out there in the forest, like things can happen out of your control sometimes, and you just have to be ready to deal with it, you know. Luckily for us, we weren't too far from the car, right? But yeah, that was the disaster camping story. Thank you, Mr. Glass. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Ah, Mr. Eric Duprat. Hello, hello. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. It's actually pretty chill right now. I'm glad I brought a sweater. Liminal space vibe. Oh yeah. Yeah, it does. It does feel like that a bit. Kind of like a weird floor in the back rooms, you know? I'm not sure if you guys can see it. It's hard to see. There's a lake below. It goes all the way across there. Oh, it's hard to see, yeah. Hey, Chrissy. Thank you for tuning in from Alabama. Yes, sir. Wow, there's the craziest fog right now on the lake. It's a shame you guys can't see it. It's really cool. CJ, if I just look up trails and walk at night, yeah, sometimes I do. I'm also like a big hiker, so even during the day, sometimes I find cool places. Sometimes graveyards, basically just anything that's creepy. Freddy Fazbear and company are gonna get you. Uh-oh. Oh, in Evil Dead, when basically the camera is just traveling very fast through the forest. It's like the devil or whatever. That was cool, yeah. Hello, Felicia from Washington. I've never seen you live before, but the video I see you, yeah, 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 that's a creepy one. All right, yeah, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, it's my first time being live, so it's very, very interesting for me as well. And I can recreate it by growling and shaking the cam. Oh no, mister! If I do that, I have a chance of falling down, breaking my face. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This is really cool. Yeah, I hope not too many people missed my story of what happened last video and why I couldn't post it. If you did, I'll do a little recap if you guys missed it. Oh, the Five Nights at Freddy's. Never actually played that, but I got a young cousin that played that. I really like that game. It's good so far. Hey, Christy from Texas. Hey, thank you for tuning in. I recognize your picture and your name. You've been following my channel for a long time. Thank you so much. Oh, this goes down. It's hard to gauge, but trust me, you don't want to fall down there. Yeah, this is where it all begun, where I made my first video. Big spider web there, just walked in it. Oh. It's a lake down there. All right, this is basically the legend of the area. I remember when I was a kid, my mom would tell me this story. A native woman, she basically, I think she drowned herself or something after, I think, well, it says a story there. I should probably read it. But the story goes that you can hear her yell at night, cry, whatever. On one of my videos, I thought I got something, but it was so low. It was really hard to tell. We can go down by the river, by the lake, I mean, and see. So apparently, that's the story goes, is that she drowned herself in the lake, and she had full of sorrow, and she haunts these woods. Mr. Glass, you're describing my reaction, yes, on that video. I see. Yeah, well, you know, when something so shocking happens, I believe two things can happen in your mind. Your mind either breaks or you just go with it. And that was, yeah, I made that decision. I felt like if I would have started freaking out and running, then things would I'd just turn out like that guy in Evil Dead, like you're saying. Just get lost. I almost got lost, actually. I got so turned around when I heard that. It took me almost like half an hour to find my camp. Go to sleep, bro. I know. I actually wanted to. I finished work and I promised I would do a live stream, so I forced myself. Who sees me now? Who's that? Jason. I don't know if I'm gonna say it right. Forhez. Is that right? Yeah, no kidding, Mr. Glass, hearing that and getting lost from your camp. As a kid, I've been lost in the woods, and I'm telling you right there, the best thing you can do, I think any instructor would tell you the same thing, especially if it's nights and you have no way of making a fire. Honestly, find a big tree, sit down and lean against it, and just wait for the night to go away. Just that's it. And then the sun will come up, and you'll realize that you're probably 5-minute walk from your camp, and you would have just got more lost, and that's how people get lost in the woods. They freak out and they walk, right? Dark climb, what is that? Yeah, Friday the 13th. Seeing Jason right now would be pretty cool. I guess I would go viral there again, a little moment. That'd be really cool. I'd run for my life. No, I don't even think I'd record it. Yeah, hopefully my next camping trip won't suck. Summer's ending soon, so hopefully I'll get a last one, but I don't think my buddy's coming anymore, that's for sure, after what happened. I don't blame him, poor guy. But we laugh about it because honestly he's very lucky. I couldn't imagine if something worse would have happened, really. We're gonna go below, and that's where the lake is. And legend says that you can hear a woman cry. Oh, Chris, yeah, sorry you missed it. Basically, me and my best friend Scott, a couple weeks ago, we went on a camping trip to record a video or something. And long story short, we had to go down this big hill, kind of like I'm doing now, but it was way steeper. And I left my equipment with my buddy so I can go scout below the hill. Well, more like a valley at this point. And by the time I was almost done reaching the bottom, I start hearing gear falling down, and next thing I knew, I see my buddy falling down, and his foot slipped or something on the way. He wasn't supposed to move, but he told me he's just trying to, like, I don't know, he's just trying to adjust his foot or something. But anyway, he ended up falling, and yeah, I don't want to get lost here 1 sec. And he ended up falling, and he broke his wrist, and yeah, he got pretty hurt, and we had to leave most of the equipment behind. The next day I went and got it, but yeah, we each went back to his car and drove him to the hospital, and yeah, poor guy. Yeah, I felt really bad. We laugh about it now because, like I said, it was very lucky. Like, he could have hit his head or worse, right? But no, he got lucky. We got out of there. He's okay now, recovering. Broken wrist, so he's gonna be pulled out of work for a bit. But honestly, we're just happy that. Oh, there's a little rabbit. Oh shit. We're just happy that he's okay. Because if anything would have happened to him, sorry, I heard something. If If anything would have happened to him, I don't think I could have forgave myself for bringing my friend and him just falling like that. Yeah, a little moment of silence. Let's see if there's any weeping. Chilling scares? No, I've never, I think he does like top 10s or something. I'm not sure. I know a few channels were broadcasting my videos, and I was really happy about that. Some kind of fog in the water. I don't know if you guys can see this. You see that fog? Yeah, I'm glad he's okay too. Thank you for asking. Wow, you guys see that cool fog? Wow, that is so cool. It's like, wow, really cool mist over the lake, yeah. It almost looks like Hades water or something. Cursed water. It looks super cool, yeah. I wish you guys could see it in person. It does, it gets deeper later over there. Wow, really cool. That's the other side of the lake right there. Yeah, the place is called Lac des Fées. Yeah, it looks really cool. Really, have you? Well, thank you. I finally decided to get some Wi-Fi on my phone, give it a live stream a try. I see a lot of people do it, so I figured why not. Here's something over there. It could be a duck. Oh, yes. Yeah, the weirdest thing happened here years ago. It was me and my brother. We were just walking around here pretty late at night, actually, really late summer night. And the best way I could describe the sound we were hearing is we can almost hear like people hitting like a rock with something that sounds like a pickaxe. And we started making our way there, and it was getting closer and louder and louder. And yeah, we confirmed there was three guys, and they were just like we were down that path, and they must have been at this point down here. We spotted their flat, and they were hitting some of these rocks here with a pickaxe. And I suppose it couldn't be too crazy if it was like middle of the, but it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. And that, we thought that was the weird, never could explain that one. Yeah, still to these days, I tell myself maybe they were just a couple meth heads looking for gold or something. I don't know. That was really creepy though. Go back over here. All right, cool. Thank you, Mr. Glass. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to go live and talk with you guys. You know, if anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to ask. That's why I'm here. I think I'm gonna climb this. Well, so far, guys, we've seen a little frog and saw a little rabbit. Nothing too spooky so far. Yeah, I always thought this area of the woods looked quite creepy. Well, gun laws are very strict in Canada, so usually if I have a gun, I'd have to be in a crown land, which unfortunately I'm not right now. So yeah, I'm weaponless right now. What kind of videos I have in store for Halloween? That's a good question. Well, I've been meaning to do more paranormal videos, but the problem is, and I think a lot of you will agree, that the spirit box it's quite loud, and it's hard to listen to, right? Or constantly, and the gerbil of words. So I'd like to figure a better way to do that. That is not phony. You know, some people were saying, "Oh, use an app. Use an app for like communicating with spirits." I'm like, it's an app on a phone. Like, I don't know how believable that is. You know, I feel like I could be wrong here, but I feel like I'd lose a lot of credibility for using an app. Yeah, definitely some more paranormal videos. I would like to eventually explore abandoned locations. That's a bit dangerous. I know some people could live in there. Sometimes a bit of a legal issue as well. Sometimes. Just gonna hang around a bit here, guys. Might make a little fire. We'll see. Scariest encounter in the woods. Ooh, there's a few ones. I believe on one of my videos where I was talking about that encounter, really. But for anybody who hasn't seen it, one of the scariest encounters I've had personally in the woods is I went to this survival camp basically when I was, like 13. And at the end of the 3-week long survival camp, we had to go out there in the forest and just basically camp out for 24 hours. They'd give you supplies, they'd let you pick out some items like, oh, you can pick out 2 items, you want a tarp, you want a blanket, you want a match, or you want a flint and steel. So anyway, it was one of those. And so basically there'd be people in charge and they would drop us to our location, which was a few miles separate from each other's camps. And that's the important detail about it, of the story. And I think there was at least 10, 12 of us, all boys, and we were all put separate in our separate little camping location. I started gathering my sticks. I built a little teepee around a tree. I gathered so much firewood because as a 13-year-old, I was definitely very afraid of the forest, being by myself, the dark. And so eventually nightfall came, and I built a huge fire, and I probably shouldn't have done that, but I ended up keeping the fire lit all night. I thought it was safe, whatever. It was safe. Nothing bad happened with the fire. But eventually I fell asleep, you know. Even if you're scared, you feel like you'll get exhausted. You'll fall asleep. And that's what happened. And eventually my makeshift shelter started falling apart tiny bit, just enough that where my face was, there was a hole. So I could see perfectly outside of my little teepee. And the fire was still lit. And I remember waking up with that vision that I'm describing. I see it through a little hole, and I recognized there was a kid standing next to my fire. And I said, hello. I don't know why, I wasn't scared. I said, hello. And he turned around, and I recognized that kid. I forget his name now. It's been so long ago, at least 18 years from now. But I recognized that kid. I just like I would recognize any other kid. And I remember he didn't say anything, and he walked. I have chills just telling you guys this. And he walked up to my teepee, and he leaned over, and I don't know why I wasn't afraid. Even me thinking of this now as a 31-year-old man, I would run, I'd scream, I'd be so terrified. And I wasn't scared. And he just looked at me, he said nothing. It felt so peaceful, and I just fell back asleep. And it was the next morning that I woke up scared. I don't know why. It's like it just caught up, right? Yeah, that was to me like the scariest thing I've ever seen in the woods, because it was very personal, right? And yeah, and I've told friends, well, maybe you had a dream, and I hope it's a dream, but man, even if it was a dream, that's a hell of a dream to have in the forest, right? And so anyway, it didn't feel like a dream to me. To me, it felt real. Um, I don't know what I saw. You know, I remember the next day, sounding absolutely crazy. Sounds like a creepy Passion YouTube channel. He sounds exactly like him with a horror voice. Oh, cool. Thank you, Mr. Glass. Um, but yeah, even to this day, I don't know. I talked with the kid the next day. I said, "Hey, did you come to my camp?" And obviously, I knew it was impossible. It's like, well, buddy, it's like I didn't know where your camp was. We were miles apart. I'm 13. I wouldn't just walk in the woods for a few miles. This, so yeah, it was really very creepy. I agree, Christy, very creepy. Yeah, I'll never forget that. That's anytime somebody asks me that's definitely the scariest thing. What would I do now if it happened? I honestly think I would get up so fast from my shelter, the whole thing would fall apart, you know? And yeah, no way. I'd be freaked out. I'm even freaked out just thinking about it now. Sometimes you witness something as a kid and you don't quite understand, you know? I think it's when you get older that things become creepier, scarier. I was in the woods one time at night and I was hunting, and a bunch of coyotes came and they circled me. Wow, yeah. Nothing in their eyes in the pitch black. Yeah. Oh yeah. That sounds terrifying, Isaac. Yeah, cuz there's something creepy about the way that and an animal's eyes shine in the dark, especially a predator, you know. Sometimes the most harmless creatures could seem the scariest in the dark, like just a fox. I've had a fox around my camp, you know, and it's just these creepy little eyes darting at you from the darkness. You thought they were gonna kill you. Well, they usually hunt in packs. It's very rare for people to die from coyote, but it has happened in the past for sure. It has for sure happened. If I ever go fishing when I go camping, oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I love fishing. You've had some deeply dark and traumatic things happen to you in the forest, Mr. Glass. Welcome to the club. Yeah. Do you still go in the forest after having those moments, Mr. Glass? We're gonna go back. We're gonna go hit the road again for a bit. Did a little pit stop. You tell some people made a fire here a long time ago. Oh yeah, you live in the woods. That's cool, man. Ooh, it got really chill. The air's changed or something. Yeah, well, I would say you're pretty brave for having traumatic things like that and still going out there. I try to turn off my imagination a lot of the times when I do these things. Because if I don't, I always imagine, I don't know, like a creepy man standing over there with his back facing me and he doesn't say a word. He just stands there. That would be creeping me out. Running in the woods with a chainsaw in hand at night feels empowering. Well, probably. Especially if it's turned on, you're probably scaring everything around you. Nothing would mess with you, right? I'd run the other way. I gotta say thank you everyone for tuning in again. My first live stream. Little beetle. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna try to save for a new GoPro, and I'll try to make videos, try to make more videos. I apologize for the lack of them. Yeah, the off switch. Yeah, with the Imagine. Yes, yes, sir. Nothing can go through your mind except for what's in front of you. Slowly making my way out. And getting close to the highway now. Whew. I've done this so many times, I still get creeped out sometimes. Can't help it. I can't wait to be home, all cozy up, out of this forest. Cool. Glad you liked it, Mr. Glass. Yeah, I tell myself that a lot. Your mom told you she saw mountain lions in the woods? Our house is in the mountaintops. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that must have been creepy as hell. I think I'd just throw stones at it if one came at me now. I have no weapons. Oh, yeah, it's getting colder now. Hello, Outdoors Adventure Supernatural. Thank you for tuning in. Here's a squeaking sound. I hope I didn't step on a mouse. Well, we didn't hear the ghost cry by the river, but that's okay, guys. That would have probably freaked me out more than anything. You're walking yourself too, eh, Mr. Glass? Nice. Be careful out there. You never know what you can find. Woohoo. It's getting a little creepy here. You're too kind, Mr. Glass. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, that would be creepy. Ooh, something about this super darkness right now. Can't even see the moon out. Ghosts. Yeah. That'd be something, all right. I think I'd be more scared if I saw a ghost than if I saw like a goblin or something, a monster. I don't know why, this kind of feels like Jurassic Park at night. Hey, Mel. How are you? Catching up on my shenanigans? Whoa, a lot of spider webs here, guys. Fuck. How have you been? And people want dinos back? This would turn Jurassic Park so quickly. I'm doing great. Thanks. I'd say more things, but doing it live and I gotta keep it anonymous. Have I ever seen A Quiet Place? Yeah, dude, that movie fucking rocks. If I was in A Quiet Place right now, I would be dead very quickly because these bushes are very, very loud. Ooh, we're getting out there. Whoa, it's thick here. It's getting that cool, actually. That's my breath. Crazy. I won't go too far into this, guys. In fact, I'm already getting pretty tired. Oh yeah, that's where it turns into a lake. Yeah. You don't dare to go to the forest at night. Why not? It's fun. Oh, I hear something big. Hello, fat cow. Welcome to the channel. That's an odd name. I'm walking out right now, bro. That's sick. I just heard, I'm sure you guys see across here, there's more forest. Hard to say. I just heard wood cracking pretty loud. Hoping it was a deer or something. Okay. Gonna walk this way for a bit. Away from where I heard that big crack. It's a Demogorgon. Yeah, yeah. Oh shit, I'm fucked. You heard something too, but in IRL, Mr. Glass, it's true. You're out there going for a walk too. I should be home right now. I'm done. Creepy out here. Okay, I don't want to get turned around now. What would you guys do if you witnessed me just get grabbed by something? How creepy would that be? This feels like Dead by Daylight. I get more of an Evil Dead feeling from this forest. You were just playing that game, yeah. Yeah, it'd be pretty bad. I swear I keep thinking I'm seeing something in the corner of my eyes. I know it's nothing though. A tree can look like someone standing if you look at it from the wrong angle. Yeah, he would get dragged away too. Oh no. Yeah, I finished work not too long ago. Just going for a quick walk. I don't think this will be the longest stream. But next time I do a paranormal session, I'll definitely do it live. I'll make a poll, see if you guys want it. Upvote it if you want it. Or let me know right now if you would like that. Freaky app, what is that? Okay, back on track. I'm gonna get out of here and smoke a cigarette because I'm a little creeped out. Hope nothing happens to me. Thank you. That would be cool though. It'd make a hell of a clip. All right, thank you so much for hopping in, Christy. Been a long time follower. Thank you for supporting the channel and my first live stream. Hey, you stay safe too, Isaac. I'll try to do more live stuff like that as well. When I record a video, I can, next time I go camping, I can maybe go live for a bit. Maybe around a campfire, have a good campfire talk. I heard some. I think I'll be out of here soon. I'm anxious to get out. I love doing these things, but after an hour, I usually start getting the jitters. They're in the trees. Yeah. I forget I should be looking up once in a while. That's where they hide, right? Does anybody know any good like apps or anything I could use for like communication with spirits? Because some people recommended apps, but it just seemed really cheesy to use an app because I don't know, it just feels like it could be like tampered with or whatever. So I've been using a Spirit Box, but it's really loud, you know, it's hard to watch, to be honest. It's like hearing this all the time. It never stops. Fortunate sont anticipés. What is that? Is that French? Whew, I think I'm almost out there. I can hear cars on the highway. I think I'm gonna go for a little jog. Get a little creepy. Oh, made it. The Spirit Box. Tapping the static waves in between the radio. Yeah, exactly. That's why I got the dark. That's why the Spirit Box. It just felt like the most legit thing. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm gonna flip it around so you can see me and I can see you. Thank you everyone for tuning in. This was Creepy Outdoors, my first live stream, and hopefully not my last. So, little face reveal for y'all. Thank you for tuning in, and stay safe out there, guys. See you around. Creepy Outdoors out.